alphabet crap. Okay, the Chinese don't have an alphabet. There's lots of primitive languages that weren't built on an alphabet. All it was is a symbolic representational language. Okay, I mean hieroglyphics. It's a functional language. You can do concepts with symbols. You don't need words.
Where we can so abstract from, the visual, physical world, that we are immediately embedded in and immediately think about that world using these phonetic signs. But I also...
Yeah, right. We're programmable. Okay, we can learn words and then they'll create reflexes and associations inside our brain. And just like animals learn how to navigate their world in say, how to run fast and not hit a tree or do whatever they need to do, the skill level demands for them. The skill level for being human is acquire the language, create an ability to do the conceptualization, learn how to manipulate a spear and put feathers on it and shoot it with a bow, learn how to put gunpowder behind the arrow and shoot it out of a tube.
I also think we've got to recognize some continuity between the human and the rest of the cosmos. I don't think that the human being is a freak accident. I think that the whole cosmic...
Yeah, except that we don't have any fish, nothing in the ocean, living in the ocean for billions of years, okay, acquired intelligence in that environment. When mammals went into that environment, they didn't acquire this, okay, they didn't build cities, they didn't get this language conceptualization thing. I don't think they're talking about nuclear physics out there in the ocean, the whales. I think they're just talking about me like shrimp, maybe you like shrimp, maybe you come over, we have sex and some shrimp. Okay, that's what they're saying. Where's the evidence that this is where it tends to? Evolution doesn't... This is more intelligence that is needed to accomplish the task. Okay, it's a big fat mistake. We were given a huge amount of potential 100,000 years ago, maybe, for 50,000, somewhere in that period of time. We were given a huge amount of potential that we couldn't even use. Now, that's not the tendency of evolution.
Evolution has a direction, and that direction is towards, the greater revelation of intelligence.
No, it's a greater revelation of skill, of capacity, okay? I mean, it's creating an eagle, okay, to exploit the air and create the barracuda in the ocean or the tuna or whatever animal you want to look at and say, well, there's something that can be durable, the alligator, the crocodile. These are durable models that work over time. We've been tested a tiny period of time with this intelligence thing, and there's every indication we're not going to pass the natural selection test, and we're going to be thrown back a few steps, if not all the way back. And where does it go? This is like I said, if we're not going to apply this as a tool of survival, it doesn't mean anything. It's just jerking off.
Through the complexification of the material form, when we try to figure out what reason really is, it's this is some of the questions to what the logos is.
Oh dear, I gotta throw these stupid words, the logos. I don't know what the logos is, so sorry. But look, we know what intelligence does. It's a tool, it's an instrument, it's a definition of reality. That's all intelligence is defining reality. And so you're able to judge your efficiencies, you're able to judge balance, you're able to predict, you're able to understand inside your brain. That's what intelligence allows you to do. But it's not magic. It's not gonna get you a date on a Saturday night. I mean, it's not gonna give you a date. All right, it's gonna maybe give you the tools to acquire it, but again, it's not gonna. It doesn't give you anything. It's just another one of these tools to get what you want, and what you want is still going to be defined by very crude forces, very base addictions.
And, the Stoics certainly saw logos in a cosmic context, and I do too. It's not only in the human being that this logos is created. I would say it's...
I don't know, where else is it created? Where else does it exist? So that sounds like crap to me. You don't, what? Where's your evidence of this alternative logosing?
Logos that created the human being. And so, evolution...
Again, we know it
isn't just
created.
this
Human beings were created.
process
Yes, it is.
of meaningless change. It has a direction.
No, Matt. It doesn't have a direction.
One has to believe
Okay, it
that this
does
is
the
so.
same thing. We're doing the same thing the crude animals are doing. We're just doing it with different tools. They swim, they fly, they do this, we think. But that's all. It's just another way, another weapon in our toolbox to apply to our environment to get what we want. And what we want is not being defined by our intelligence, it's being defined by very crude psychology and biology.
Just look at the last 13.7 billion years of cosmic evolution, and the last 3.8 billion years of earthly biological evolution, and you'll see the tendency. You'll see.
Yeah, well, you'll see that 99.99999999999999999% of life is not doing this fucking conversating bullshit. Okay, it's doing toolbox weapon bullshit.
The trend doesn't require a metaphysical worldview to recognize this, what Teilhard called the law of complexity and consciousness, that evolution complexifies.
Right. We keep